Community Viewpoint with John Pollock and Maria Hurst.
And welcome once again to another edition of Community Viewpoint. I'm John Pollock, your host. Once again, and we have a real treat for you today. We have a great deal of talent here, and I could just feel the talent with us. We have Linda Cass, we have Francie Winters, and we have the gentleman who will be sitting behind them, Jason. But there we are.
Yeah.
So we're going to be speaking today about is it the 11th? High Desert?
Ninth.
Ninth
this
only?
Is the ninth.
I'm trying to give you a couple more years.
But it is
the High Desert Film Festival, International Film Festival?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You go for the rest of it.
Okay. I'm not going to talk too much today because this event that we're going to be talking about is the third youth film camp. And we are doing it again in conjunction with the Nine Communities Coalition Methodologies Project. And this is the queen of the project. This is Francie Winters. And we have back here our cameraman supreme, the guru of the lens, the guy who makes it happen. And he actually participated in the very first youth film camp back in 2008, along with our methodologies kids, and they remember this. Francie was in Tonopah, and we had a group of kids that used to live in Pahrump. Now they live in Tonopah, and Janae, 6. They're the 6 kids, and are there 6 of them?
No.
No. Okay. The 6 kids remember Jason because he taught them how to use the camera, the big camera, and they loved it. And so Janae's recommendation to the kids in Tonopah, you got to do this. If you don't do anything else all year, you got to do this. So big recommendation for you.
Very good.
Yeah, that was pretty exciting. They were very impressed with what they had learned, and we're very excited to get a chance because I, as the director of the Methodologies Project, kind of sent my kids over there, and you guys go do that, and they went off with Jason and Tony Mendoza and yourself,
and
a couple of my crew from the film we were making.
Yeah, and so and then I said, see you later. Have fun storming the castle, and then they came back, and Linda said, oh, come over and see what they did, and it was very cool. But this year, we decided to do something a little bit different. We had a piece that we had created for methodologies that required a lot of cast, and it was a little difficult to think about touring that. And so we decided when Linda said, hey, can we do this again? I said, well, what if we trotted this out and then we taped it so we would always have it. And that's become our script. And so we have a plan, we have shots, we have storyboards, we have pre-planning, and
we act like we know what we're doing.
It's cool. Yeah.
It is very cool. And the wonderful thing, the title is...
Oh, The Family Twilight Zone. Yes.
And so this is actually a parody of the Twilight Zone. And talk about things coming together. One of the volunteers at the film festival knows, as a personal family friend, Anne Serling, who is the daughter of Rod Serling, the creator of the original Twilight Zone. She's written a book about her father, and she has agreed to come to the festival, be our special guest at the festival, and talk to the kids and see this production that they've put together. And she's pleased. We're very, very pleased.
Yeah, the kids are very excited to have this chance, and they'll get a kind of a private Q&A with her, any of the kids that are involved in it. Mm-hmm. In order to register for to participate in the youth film, I call it a workshop because a camp to me is s'mores and fires and sorry.
Okay.
But so it is the Saturday, March 1st and Saturday, March 8th, mm-hmm. and it's from 9 to 5. And bless her, Linda is going to be like other producers and provide lunch for the kids. But they need to call me at Night Communities Coalition and give me their name, their age, their contact information so that I know that they're coming, so we get a head count and we can arrange for the food and all that. And then if their primary interest is acting, which not all the kids are. We have kids that are mostly interested in lighting, in editing, and being behind the camera, whatever, different pieces. But if they're primarily interested in acting, I kind of need to see them ahead of time. You know, I need to see the whites of their eyes. I need to see, can they read, or do they need a little bit more time? Should they be an extra this year and kind of get the feel of things? I need to know if I can costume them and all that. So I've asked them, the deadline to register is the 24th. And I've asked all of the actors that have already contacted me to come between 3:30 and 5:30 on Monday the 24th, so I can figure out who needs to be in what slot and give them a script, so that they will be prepared and won't be like all nervous and everything. And because it's in the 60s, we're gonna film it, but then when we edit and everything, we're gonna make it black and white.
Oh,
So
cool.
yeah, make it black and white. Yeah. And it's very stylized, and we want the little hair, and like cat eyes, and there's a Viagra commercial, and and the guy is just standing there facing straight forward, and he goes like this, very Wes Anderson. If you know Wes Anderson's
okay,
work.
now I know what you're talking
we're
about.
kind
You
of-
scared me. You.
Oh yeah.
Wondering where we're going with that.
Yeah, really.
So it's that kind of style. Our kids are face forward. Honey, da 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 da. And we kind of spoofing. So we're really excited about it, and we're excited because we have mentors like Jason, and to show the kids how to do it right. We also have an IATSE member, IATSE 33 out of LA, my husband, Jason Winters. We got a couple of Jasons going here. And another man, Byron Wordlaw, who used to teach at UNLV. Mm-hmm. And he has helped in the past with the Methodologies Project when we needed to create commercials, because that's one of the things we do there. So he's looking forward to it. And so we got some really great help. It's always a surprise to me that Pahrump can have so much talent hidden in the corners, and then you suddenly trot them out, and everybody's like, whoa. But we offer so many cool things for kids for free in our community to encourage them, that myth of there's nothing to do in Pahrump is just really...
Precisely that.
Exactly.
It is a myth.
It really is a myth, because if we were doing this project in LA or New York or anywhere, kids would have to spend a lot of money to come to this.
Absolutely.
And here we're offering it for free. Mm-hmm. We just need your commitment and your, steadiness. Yeah.
Right. And something that really is amazing to me, this is our third. Every time that we bring these youngsters together, and the ages generally, I think the youngest was...
I think we're doing 12 to... Well, you might have had a 6 that was younger at the time.
Right. I think he was like 8 or something like that. They are innovative, they think differently, they look at things differently, and they bring so much to the table. When you have the finished project, you have silence after you see it the first time. I could not believe the very first one that we did, there were 4 of you guys, and 4 filmmakers that mentored these kids. There were like 14 teenagers, and they started at like 8:30 in the morning, and they were finished with the shooting and beginning to edit at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And we're talking about these kids broke into groups, they wrote the script, they did their makeup, they did camera, and they did the acting, and then they did the editing. And we showed it that night at the film festival. It was a complete program, and you can see it on YouTube. It leaves you speechless. It was that good. And I have to say, this is where he blushes to the color of my shirt, it was because of the quality of the mentoring. You taught the camera kid, and that kid right now, because in part of that, is doing that as a profession. He, I think, is like 20 or 21. He's gone to school. Jesse Worley. He's doing it as a profession. And this year, I am so proud of this. Nothing to do with me exactly, but 5 graduates from Pahrump Valley High School from this year have gone on to colleges across the country in electronic arts, filmmaking, film studies, acting, all things having to do with the entertainment business. And those 5 credited their involvement for however many years. One, I think, was like 7 years involvement, and then others were fewer years. But with the film festival, and that does my heart good. These are positive accomplishments from positive role models. And well, thank you guys for sure. This is a good thing. And so we want to do it another time, and maybe we'll have 5 more graduates moving on.
Maybe we will. And we have Noah is a weatherman, right?
Yeah, he's also my intern.
Yeah. And he was the Methodologies Project kid for a number of years, and then he ended up here, and so he's going to be Rod Surley, which is our version of Rod Surley.
Like him too.
He does, doesn't he? And he does a great job with him. And Noah do you get to see him be funny on air?
I just helped him with a friend doing a school project that is actually very funny, and he is amazing how he gets into character.
He is a funny young man. I mean, very funny. When I heard he was going to be on the weather, I'm like, oh, people are going to be rolling in the aisles. They'll get their weather too, but apparently he has to be a little more careful.
A little bit, and he's getting there. He's doing a good job.
Yeah, he's very talented. So we're looking forward to seeing that, and it will be that short film will then be premiered at the High Desert Film Festival. It will also be inserted into the show because the live show, the Methodologies Project, will do a show, of course, here, and they'll tour around. And there'll be different multimedia pieces or media that slips into the show to make it possible for it to.
And we try to make this a full-on learning experience. We bring the kids to the audience at the High Desert International Film Festival every evening, and we pretty much start the show with that film, and we have the kids talk to the audience. And it has been a very fulfilling experience. And I love that we're starting one more. This is a great thing.
So there's plenty of talent out there.
Oh, there is.
So this is where you go if you're looking into the visual arts. And you had do we have the brochure for that up there?
There we go.
And when's it happening?
March 1st and March 8th, Saturday, both of those, from 9 to 5. They need to call Francie at 727-9970. That's the Nye Communities Coalition. And my extension is 237, or just ask for me from the front desk. And that's how you register. And you do need to be registered ahead of time, or you won't get lunch.
That's true. And that's my job. Yes.
All right, we're in the final minute.
1 minute.
Okay, what do you want to do?
Song and dance? No.
Song and dance?
Yada.
A great deal of talent here. The early days of KPVM, morning show ladies.
That's true. We were both morning show ladies.
Yes, we were.
Yes.
So
not at the same time, though.
No.
It was me.
I followed her,
then you.
she and Al, and then I came on with Dan Rodriguez.
Yes.
And then I had Selwyn was my co-sponsor.
Yes.
My co-host. Yeah.
Right.
It was fun. Right. It was a lot of fun. We enjoyed
Definitely
it. It was a
fun.
great
Let's walk it on out then, folks. Okay. Thank you for watching. Thank you all.
Thank you, John. Thank you so much.
We'll see you there. Thanks.
Look forward to it.